course, I don't know about you, but can anyone else remember recently where Keir Starmer channeled his inner Nigel Farage and said, we're becoming an island of strangers and things like that, promising he would crack down on illegal immigration and, of course, migration as well, from what I remember. Well, there is just something else to say, which just kind of slipped out after someone in the government kind of admitted it, which Keir Starmer, I'm guessing, doesn't really want you to know. And it is something, unfortunately, which could affect us all quite a bit. But just what am I going on about then? Well, according to this article, it says that Britain will still take in 300,000 migrants a year, even after the crackdown a government advisor reveals. And just think about that for a second. Just imagine what strain that would add to already stretched out services such as the NHS and the police and other things like that. I mean, 300,000 people a year is quite a large number, isn't it? But Professor Brian Bell said that net migration will fall from 430,000 to around 200,000 next year, but it is likely to bounce back at just below 300,000 in the long term. That apparently, according to this, look, listen to this, it's the equivalent of adding a city of the size of Nottingham to the UK population every single year. I mean, just how is the taxpayer, us good old hard-working Brits, can we afford to keep continuing this, especially in the middle of a cost of living crisis? Because as I was saying earlier, the services we all need from time to time, and including, of course, food and drink as well. I mean, are we going to be in a situation where they'll have to bring out the ration books again? I hope not. And I'm sure that won't be the case. But the chairman of the Migration Advisory Committee, the MAC, blamed the drop on falling job vacancies and tough new rules from both the Tories and Labour. He said it could fall lower depending on the impact of Labour's proposed reforms to tighten work visa rules. Well, personally, I think anything with Labour and migration or immigration or illegal immigration in the same sentence, I think the word up also comes to mind. But here's white paper plans, because presumably they're blank, but anyway, there's white paper plans to restrict visas to graduate level jobs, block overseas recruitment of foreign care workers, and raise the English language requirements. He said, I think we'll revert to about 300,000, although probably a little lower given the white paper's recent changes, which if enacted, will reduce net migration by perhaps 80,000. So just somewhere just below the 300,000 would seem like a plausible medium-term scenario, he said. His committee also sounded the alarm over plans to raise the salary required to bring in foreign spouse to Britain from 29,000 to 38,700. And he warned the move would likely breach, it would breach human rights laws protecting family life. Now, just go back to Downing Street to discuss this. In my opinion, just shows what Labour is all about, because he is trying to sound that we need more immigration and things like that to take up jobs, where in fact, in my opinion, perhaps a better idea is instead of importing workers overseas, we actually, I don't know, get people off the job seekers allowance, off their bums and back into work. I mean, wouldn't that be a better use of our tax money? And let's face it, this bloke appears he hasn't actually considered something. While sounding the alarm, he has kind of let slip out that, in my opinion, if 300,000 people are still going to come in, doesn't that kind of mean that Security Border Force Command or immigration plans in general and this whole island of strangers speeches, well, it kind of seems, doesn't it, that, let's face it, it's not worth the paper it's written on, eh? But anyway, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. I'll be back very soon with some more videos, so make sure you click that subscribe button down there so, you don't miss my next one.